and the Bruins 3 will be. We move to the bottom of the fifth, and Greg Cumberland set to go to work out there on the hill for the Bulldogs, and he'll be facing the top of the order. Sean Nason steps in, takes the first pitch for a call strike as we're underway, and the home half of the fifth. Dogs clinging to a 5-3 lead. They have 9 hits, committed 1 error, 5 hits on the board for the Bruins, as they have picked up 3 runs through the first 4 frames as they bat here in the fifth. This one sails outside, the count level at 1 ball and 1 strike. Sean Nason was hit by a pitch, sacrificed this last time up, tries to bunt his way on, but it rolls foul down the third base side, and the count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes. I have too many things to do trying to talk and figure out who should be on an all-tournament. Most valuable players, you work on it a while.
I'll take care of that as Kevin Height does make his way down to the Bulldog bullpen again.
1 ball and 2 strikes. Cumberland working in the fifth. Curveball. Dribble foul down the right side and foul. Count will remain 1 ball, 2 strikes. Cumberland working on the hill. Pitched a gutty ball game out there. Curveball line, left side. Rock tried to knock it down, but can't do it. It's down the left field. Crawford will have to field it. And once again, it's a good start for the Bruins as Nason just gets it out of the reach of Christian Russell.
Chris Ralph moving well to his right, but having to bring the glove across his body. Not able to get a glove on the ball as it bounces into left field.
So the leadoff batter is aboard here in the bottom of the fifth for the Bruins. Pitch, flying, right field, it's hit deep. Now moving over to make the play is Combs, and he'll gather it in and make the catch, and there's 1 away. As when he first left the bat, it looked like it might be trouble, but Chris cracked it down in right center field, made the put out for the first out of the inning, and retreating to first base is Sean Nason. 1 out, and that'll bring up Nick DeLuca. DeLuca sacrificed and hit a double of rope right down the third base line. So he's 1 for 1, a perfect night at the plate. DeLuca steps back in there as he takes the first pitch for a ball. 1-0. Pitch sails outside, 2 balls and no strikes.
Cumberland not having his complete control here in the 5th inning. As I mentioned earlier, Kevin Height down in the Bulldog bullpen, but he is not throwing at this time. He's just stretching.
This one in the dirt and blocked nicely by Green to keep Nason at first base, but the count goes to 3 balls and no strikes. Another bad one, and you advance a runner in the scoring position, and you put the tying run on at first base. Luca, 3 ball, no strike pitch on its way. Sails high and outside and on 4 straight. Luca is walked. He'll be at first base.
Well, obviously you don't want to give Nick DeLuca anything to hit with 4 home runs so far in this World Series, but you don't want to walk him on 4 straight pitches either.
And in the bat will be Chad Hopkins. Hopkins grounded to second his first time up and hit that ball to Jamie Lowry where we had the bang-bang play at the plate. So he's 0 for 2. Cumberland kicks, fires, curveball, stays inside, 5 in a row for Cumberland. 1 ball, no strikes. We're in the bottom of the 5th. Dogs leading at 5-3. Playing for the national title here tonight in Sioux City, Iowa. Cumberland will deliver the pitch. Outside, ball 2. That's 6 in a row. Plate hopping around for Greg here in the 5th. And we stare down the left side, and now Kevin Height's got the jacket off and will begin throwing. Cumberland back into the stretch, will deliver the pitch. This is a beauty over the outside corner, and it's a call strike. Count 2-1.
I think that could have been Coach Hunt's, Woody's philosophy early is if we could get 5 good innings out of Greg Cumberland, Kevin Height would be in reserve status, able to come in. That might be what Coach Hunt's looking at right now.
So we could take a ground ball to Kehoe and turn a double play, and we'd get the 5. Let's see if we can get that. This one sails upstairs, 3 balls and 1 strike. Cumberland in danger of loading the bases with another bad one. Sean Nason down at second. He led it off with a single. Hit a fly to the Chris Combs for the first out. And the second batter, there's a long fly ball deep right field. Evans got a chance to get out of here. Combs to the wall. Looks up and it is home. Chad Hopkins has hit a 3-run homer over the right field wall. And the Dogs are behind 6-5. Greg Gerlin fell behind 3-1 and had to come in with the fastball, and Chad Hopkins got it off. Hit it out of here over the 330 sign in right field, and just like that, it's 6-5.
No doubt about that ball, Lynn. It was hit well. Cleared the fence by 10 or 12 feet out there in right field. A 3-run home run for Chad Hopkins. And that is 5 RBIs in this game for Chad Hopkins.
So the score now is 6-5 as Mark Mills has a few words to say to Greg Gerlin, try to settle him down. Kevin and Nick Kalupany had fallen behind Chad Hopkins 3-1, didn't want to load the bases, and he delivered a fastball right down the heart of the plate. Chad Hopkins got it all. I mean, he nailed it, and it was out of here in a hurry, and Woody Hunt is making his way out to the mound. Kevin's job is clear cut. Can't let any more score. Dogs are trailing 6-5. And you think back to all those scoring opportunities that the Bulldogs wasted.
Both on Greg Gerlin leads 4 in the third inning pitch, 6 runs, 6 earned runs, 7 hits given up, 1 strikeout, and 1 walk. He hit a batter and had 1 ball.
Kevin Height goes to work and delivers the first pitch to Craig Strang, and it sells outside. Height into the windup, motion, fastball, outside, striker. No, it sells outside. It's 2-0. You have to be concerned how long Kevin can go on just 2 days rest. This one calls right over the inside corner. Kevin looks like he's got good velocity out there pitching right now, but the Bulldog has the bullpen heating up down the left side. Once again, curveball of beauty. That's that slider that Kevin had so much success with in the first 2 games.
It looks like here early he's getting good movement on that pitch, and that's exactly what he wants.
2 balls, 2 strikes to count to Craig Strang. You have the feeling there's going to be more runs scored in this game before it's over. This one just downstairs, count full. When you get this late in the World Series, both teams' pitching staffs have been used quite a bit when you think they played 4 or 5 games over the last week. Line foul down the right side.
Bulldogs, of course, have only gone to their bullpen once this World Series, so the bullpen down there, all the relief staff should be well rested and anxious to make an appearance.
Height goes back to work. 3 balls, 2 strikes to count. Craig Strang. Strang grounded out his first time up to second base with a strikeout. Picked him this last time. 3-2 pitch. It's ball 4 as Strang still standing up to the plate. The umpire says that's ball 4. Why don't you go to first? And Strang now will trot down to first.
Well, the umpire was telling him, his coach was walking down from third base telling him that he just wanted to stand there at the plate and hold the bat.
So Kevin Height comes in, gives up a leadoff walk to Strang, and to the plate will be Jay Rubin, the left fielder. Rubin grounded out to the pitcher his first time, had a single back in the 4th. He's 1 for 2, batting in the 5th. Pitch on his way, solid. Line drive, right center field. That may get in the gap. Bayless trying to track it down. Makes a nice running catch over the shoulder for the put out, and retreating back to first is Craig Strang. Rick Bayless got a great jump on that ball, as it looked like when it was leaving the bat, it could get in the alley and spell trouble, but Rick Bayless hauls in the long fly ball for the second out of the inning.
Ball was well hit and heading to the gap, but Rick Bayless on his horse, he was able to get over there in time to make the play.
So there's 2 away in the inning, and still at first base is Strang, and to the plate will be Keith Marco. Marco steps in. Swung on and missed. Tried to hold up on the swing on that slider, but couldn't do it. Call strike. Dogs have scored in every inning but the first. Have 2 in the second, 1 in the 3rd, 4th, and 5th. missed again on the slider. Count goes 0-2. Bellevue scored 1 in the first, added 2 in the third, and it played it 3 more here in the fifth. Off of the bat of Chad Hopkins, who delivered a long 3-run homer over the right field wall. 6-5, Dogs trailing Bellevue. No ball, 2-strike pitch from Height. On its way, curveball and just off the plate.
Kevin, as I said, so far looking good out there. He's having good control. That pitch just barely missing the right side of the plate.
1 ball, 2 strikes to count. Runner leads away from first pitch. Line drive, right field, going to be in for a base hit. Taylor trying to cut it off. Now the right fielder Combs will get it in. Runner moves around to third base. We have runners at first and third. And throwing a solid signal of Keith Marco. Marco looked like he tried to hold up on that one and took a half swing, and the ball shot in the right center field for a base hit. And all of a sudden, Bellevue out runners at first and third with 2 outs, and Woody Hunt's making his way back out to the mound to talk with Kevin Height. The Bruins have runners on the corners at first and third. In another trouble spot.
The Bulldogs don't need to allow any more runs here, giving up the 3-run home run, losing the lead, now behind 6-5.
Height into the windup, kicks and he fires. This a curveball and a beauty for a call strike. Out in front, no balls and 1 strike. Marco hit a 1-2 pitch that he looked like he only took a half swing, but it was enough to get it in right center field and chase teammate String around the third. Pitch on its way, line drive, left field, but it's going to be hit right at the left fielder Crawford for the third out. He hit it on the nose, but he hit right at Crawford. The lead runner stranded at first and third. We played 5 complete innings. It's Bellevue 6, Cumberland 5. We'll be back for more after this 60-second break. We continue to try to do work in between innings. Hard to keep up. We're talking, let alone trying to fill out balance and everything else. Right now, John Kehoe stands in. We're set to do action here in the 6th. We played 5. The Dogs are trailing 6-5. Kehoe, 2 for 3 on the night. Pair of singles. Takes this one way inside. Kippenemy starts his second inning of work. Ball's behind John Kehoe. 1 ball, no strike. You just get the feeling that this is the kind of ball game that could be 10-8, 11-9, something like that. Both teams swinging the bat against the opposing pitchers extremely well. We played 5 innings. Dogs have 9 hits. Bellevue with 8. Dogs have committed 1 costly error.
A little break in the action as the pitcher wants to talk to his catcher. I want to take just a moment to say hello to Melissa, a good friend of mine. She knows I'll be back home sometime tomorrow evening.
And we hope we're coming home with the national title. Dogs, though, right now trailing 6-5. Pitch on its way. There's the ball. Count 2-0 to John Kehoe. John can be patient up there. The Dogs are trying to put their leadoff man for the 6th consecutive inning on first base, and this one's outside for 3-0.
Kippenemy in this inning, not looking near as good as he did last inning.
3-0 pitch. That one's upstairs, ball 4, so the Dogs have the leadoff man on. John Kehoe draws the walk. To the plate will be Steve Green. Steve has popped up to the shortstop twice and has also drawn a walk. Steve capable of jacking one out of here as well. He's got that kind of power. He's a .401 hitter on the season. And in this World Series, Steve steps in or came into the night's game hitting just 200. He was 3 of 15, so officially he's now 3 of 17 for this College World Series. Kippenemy into the motion. Looks off the inside corner for a call strike. There's all kinds of activity in the Bellevue bullpen. In fact, there's 3 people warming up. Dog bullpen quiet at the moment. Kippenemy into the motion. Kehoe leads away from first. The pitch to Green. As this one sails outside, it's 1-1. The farther we go in the game, the tension continues to grow. I would guess we got close to 3,000 into the house at this point. Kippenemy kicks and he fires. This one and it hit him on the hand. And it's going to be 1 ball and 2 strikes. Home plate umpire walks out front. And it's 1 ball and 2 strikes to Steve Green. Kevin Emmy delivers the pitch. Green lines it down the left side for foul. Back up into the seat. The count will remain 1 ball and 2 strikes. John Kehoe down at first base. He drew a walk on 4 pitches. Green has fallen behind on the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Mark Mills waits on deck. Part of the order that needs to deliver for the Dogs. Green has had a walk in the game. Mills waits on deck. He has had 1 single. Crawford's been on base twice via a walk and being hit by a pitch. Pitch to Green. Foul to the screen. Stays alive. Count remains 1 ball and 2 strikes. They play Green around to the right side. Right fielder playing in deep. Center fielder extremely deep. Probably 380 feet from home plate. And the left fielder hugging the line. So there's a big gap in left center. Pitch on its way. Almost hit it. Green just got out of the way and the count goes 2 balls, 2 strikes. Step in the box against Kevin Emmy, you got to be alive because he's all over the plate.
I don't know. You gave me the job filling out this All-American team now. It's an all-tournament team.
2-2 pitch on its way. Green, first time in the inning was recorded as Green goes down on strike. And there's 1 away here in the Bulldog 6th inning. To the plate will be Mark Mills. Mark struck out his last time up. Had a single and an RBI back in the 3rd. Fly to right field his first time up. Bats here in the 6th. Pitch on its way. Downstairs a ball. 1-0. Bullpen down to the right for the Bruins continues to heat up. Anthony Crawford waiting on deck for the Dogs. As Kevin Emmy goes in the stretch, runner going, bouncing ball to the right side. Because he was running, they'll stay out of the double play. It's running across the first base to record the second out of the inning is Blake Bryce. Advancing over to second. And in the scoring position will be John Kehoe. 2 away in the 6th for the Dogs. It'll take a clutch 2-out hit by Anthony Crawford if they're to tie it up here in the 6th. Dogs had a 5-3 lead, but saw it go quickly off the bat. As the pitch comes on and swung on his miss. After the batter, Chad Hopkins back in the 5th inning. That's a long 3-run homer.
Crawford 0 for 1 on the evening. He walked back in the 2nd inning, later scored, flew out to center, and was hit by a pitch in the 5th.
Standing in there with a no-ball, 1-strike pitch on the way. Curveball stays inside. As Kevin Emmy tried to take something off that one, but it sailed inside, and the count is level at 1-1. Kehoe. Good lead down at second base. Anything in the outfield should get John home. Takes a big lead now. There's a shot down the right side, but it fends off foul. And the count is 1 ball and 2 strikes. Bulldogs 3, 4, and 5 hitters tonight have just 1 hit. Fairness Crawford. Walked 1 and been hit by a pitch once. Dogs have 2 hits tonight out of John Kehoe. A pair of hits out of Jamie Lowry. Chris Rock with a single. Weiler with a single his last time up. As the pitch is delivered. This one just downstairs. A lot of oohing and eyeing going on in the Bellevue side of the crowd as it goes to 2-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. John Kehoe away from second base. And Kevin Emmy stares in for the sign from Craig Strang. Now will deliver the pitch. This one 2 downstairs and the count will be full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Waiting in the wings is Jason Weiler. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Kehoe at second base. Dogs trailing 6-5. We're in the 6th inning. Kevin Emmy into the motion. Will deliver the pitch on the way. And this one way upstairs. Ball 4. The Dogs have 2 men on. And Weiler will be at the plate. Dogs have 2 base runners in this inning, and both of them have come via the walk route. Said it once. Come on, Jason. like to see deliver a long ball here. Home run number 20 could be quite memorable. Kevin Emmy into the motion, kicks, fires. Wilder swings and misses. No balls, one strike. Wilder behind in the count as Kevin Emmy stares in. Kehoe down at second base. Anthony Crawford away from first. That's a huge lead at first. Kehoe away from second. Pitch to Wilder outside. 1-1. One ball, one strike. If Wilder can keep the inning alive, Chris Combs could come to the plate. Chris back in the second had a long home run. But first things first, Wilder stands in with a 1-1 count. Kevin Emmy with the pitch. Swung through and missed by Jason Wilder.
Jason Wilder leads these Bulldogs with 19 home runs throughout the season.
Wilder broke a long dry spell with a solid single last time up. If the Dogs were to score, it'll take a hit right now from Wilder, but he's behind in the count. 1 ball and 2 strikes. 1-2 pitch on the switch. And missed. High pitch, catcher holds on. The Dogs are retired as Wilder stands here in the third. 1-2-3. And they trail in the score 6-5 as Kevin Hite gets set to go to work. He'll be facing Pazuski here. There's a solid check to right field. Just out of the diving arms of Jamie Lowry. The lead off the bottom of the sixth. As Kevin Hite greeted with a solid single from Chris Pazuski. That will be hit number 9 of this Bellevue squad. Dogs can't afford to let him get any additional runs as we start come to the latter stages of the game. Dogs have 3 more chances at the plate. Try to tie this ball game up as Hite throws over the first. Lowry with the grab and diving back in net first is Chris Pazuski. 6-5, Dogs trailing. Nobody out, 1 on. Pitch on its way. Sells outside. Throw snapped back to first. Diving head first as Steve Green took a shot at him. Back easily was Chris Pazuski. The 1 ball, no strike count. Once the ball down the third base side, and it's going to roll just off the line foul, and Mark Mills picks it up quickly. Bulldogs picked up a pair of runs in the second, added solo runs in the third, fourth, and fifth, was in command of the game at 5-3 until a 3-run shot by Chad Hopkins turned this ball game quickly around, 6-5. Kevin Hite stares in, delivers pitch curveball. This one bounced down the third base side. Had notions of coming back into fair play, but Mark Mills kept it in foul territory, and the count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes. I have Kevin Hite with 2 putouts in the last inning, so he has a string of 18 2/3 innings. 1 more out than Kevin will tie a World Series record for 19 consecutive scoreless innings pitched. Delivers, swung on foul tip, goes to the backstop. The count will remain 1 ball and 2 strikes.
That is the same way I just calculated it, man. As you said, that would give him a tie, so that would he would need another 1/3 of an inning to become.
Bouncing ball, second base. Kehoe with it. Fixed, flips the shot, makes the play, throwing the first, and knocks the ball. Runner will be out at second. Ron Breedlove called him out. Out goes Mike Evans, and he's going to question the call at second. And he's trying to say he never had control of it. Chris Rock was trying to throw the ball over to Jamie Lowry, but lost the handle of it. But nevertheless, the runner will be out at second. There'll be 1 away. In the inning, when we resume play and retreating back to third base, coach's box is Mike Evans. He's a fiery little guy, but he does a good job with this Bellevue ball club.
That he does. Very likable person. And that does give Kevin Hite 19 innings now.
But Casey McMillan will step in there. McMillan, the third sacker on the Bellevue ball club, has a single. Reached on a fielder's choice and flied to right field as Kevin Height throws over to first. And I think we finally completed all of our chores.
Yes, yes.
Maybe we can concentrate on trying to get the Bulldogs a run here in the last 3 innings. Height stares in, delivers the pitch. Curveball outside. Ball 1. 1 ball, no strikes. Bellevue batting in the bottom of the 6th. It's the first trip to the College World Series for these Bruins, but they've made the most of it as they've reached the finals. This curveball sails downstairs, count level at 2 balls, and say level, it's 2 balls and no strikes, and the Dog bullpen starts to heat up again. Is that Ryan Kirby?
Ryan Kirby was down there. Yes, I believe that is still Ryan.
2 ball, no strike pitch about to be made by Kevin Height. Delivers it. There's a shot in the left field. Crawford moves over to his left, makes the play and the put out, and quickly there's 2 away. As that ball once again was nailed on the numbers, but fortunately for the Bulldogs, it was hit right at Anthony Crawford.
And Woody Hunt makes the trip back out to the mound to talk with his right-hander Kevin Height.
And if we're accurate, Dave Sherman,
15 and 1/3 innings now, so that will establish a new NAIA World Series record for Kevin Height.
Height stares in, delivers the pitch, curveball, it's a beauty. Oh, strike 1. Quickly out in front. The thing about DeLuca, he has such a quick bat at the plate, good hands. You put it inside to DeLuca, and he knows what to do with it. There goes the runner to second. Got a great break. There won't even be a throw. As Nathan stole that base off of Kevin Height. He was halfway to second before the pitch was ever delivered. But there's a no ball, 2 strike count.
That particular pitch, Kevin Height paid no mind to the runner at first as he was concentrating on the man at the plate.
Goes with the slider and sells outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Bellevue with the runner in scoring position and Sean Nason as he swipes second base after reaching on a fielder's choice. There's 2 outs, a 1 ball, 2 strike pitch about to be made by Kevin Height. Bulldog Jr. kicks and he fires. This one sails outside, gets away from Steve Green, and over to third will go Sean Nason. So Nason swipes second. Bulldogs, we'll see how they'll score that as a pass ball or a wild pitch.
I would score it as a wild pitch. If you're a former catcher, then you don't want to see a pass ball call, do you?
Only when they should be caught. That looked like it could have been stopped. Steve Green tried to turn the mitt the wrong way. Count level at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Pitch. There's a drive. Deep left field. Way back. Crawford at the warning track and hauls it in. Oh, boy. DeLuca just got under it. He hit it to the warning track about 360 feet in the gap, and Crawford tracked it down. So there are no runs in the bottom of the 6th. The runner left stranded at third, and Sean Nason, we played 6 complete. Of a 6-5 score, and 3 more whacks at it at the plate to try to do something about this 1-run deficit. Dogs scored 2 in the second, 1 in the third, 4th, and 5th. Bellevue picked up 1 in the first, added 2 in the third, 3 more in the 5th, and that's our score, 6-5. Both teams with 9 hits. First pitch on its way to Combs, fouled as Kevin Emmy goes to work.
Chris Combs, of course, has played long ball back in the second inning. That 2-run home run got the Bulldogs on the board first.
Stands in there trailing no balls, 1 strike, swings and foul tipped it. It goes to the screen. Chris quickly in the hole, no balls and 2 strikes. Dogs have had the leadoff runner on in every inning.
And let's hope this one is no different.
No ball, 2 strike pitch from Kevin Emmy. Outside, no ball, 1. The coach from Bellevue are up in arms over on the right base side. But it looked low and outside from up here. 1 ball, 2 strikes. On to the 7th, Dogs batting. Pitch on its way. This one too sails way outside. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Swinging a bat down the left side. Looks like Kyle Shedden for the Dogs. 2 balls, 2 strike pitch. Swung on and in, strike 3. And Chris Combs goes down on strike. For the first down in the seventh inning, and to the plate will be the Bulldog first baseman, Jamie Lowry.
Ball Kennedy coming in and giving Mike Evans a good performance out there on the mound. Jamie Lowry now at the plate. Jamie 2 for 3 on the evening. Flew out in the second, singled in the fourth, and singled in the fifth. And there's a little pop blooper for the shortstop who makes the play, and Jamie now begins out number 2.
Another pulper. Jamie on the hands, and he popped it softly to the shortstop for the second out of the inning, and with 2 outs, Chris Rock will be the batter. We're in the seventh. Getting to get late. The Dogs on the short end of a 6-5 score. Kevin Emmy delivers the pitch. Low and in the dirt and outside for a ball.
Rock batting now in the bottom half or the top half of the seventh. He's 1 for 2 on the evening. Also, he had a walk back in the second inning.
The official paid attendance for tonight's game, 1,913 for this World Series final. Oh, right. 1 ball, 1 strike. Attendance 1,913.
Didn't you say earlier there's probably 2,000 here now?
Well, I guessed at it.
You just barely missed it.
Pitch on his way. This one sails outside. 2 balls and 1 strike. I might have said 3,000. I don't know.
I'm not sure.
Looks like there's more in the house than 1,900 to be truthful. Pitch on its way outside. 3-1. Beautiful setting for a College World Series here in Sioux City, Iowa. It's a beautiful ballpark. This one outside, and it's ball 4, and the Dogs have a base runner with 2 outs as Chris Rock reaches base for the 3rd time in the game. He walked back in the 2nd, singled in the 4th, flied to center, and now it's going to walk here in the 7th. And back to the top of the order we go, and Rick Bayless.
You mentioned that was a paid attendance. One of the promos they had here tonight that anybody 16 and under with a paid adult would get in free. And also back from day one, these school kids that wore their caps, they are admitted free with a paid member.
This one nails Bayless in the foot or the knee, and they're going to have the trainer come out immediately. And Bayless is down. Let's see if he can get up. And just like that, Rick's up and trotting down to first.
That did pop him, though. You could hear that up here. It looked like it hit him on the leg.
So now the Dogs quickly with 2 outs have runners at first and second. And John Keogh will stand in there, and Keogh on the night is 2 for 3. John hit it on the nose the first time. The ball was tracked down by Sean Nason out in center field. He followed that up with 2 singles, and last trip up, he drew a walk. So Keogh on the night 2 for 3. Has teammates at first and second. Dogs have left double-digit numbers stranded on the base path tonight. Pitch on its way. Curveball right at the knees across the plate for a call strike. I believe the Dogs have stranded 10 in the game.
You are correct, Glenn.
No balls, 1 strike. Kevin Emmy delivers the pitch. Kehoe takes it outside, a ball, 1-1. John been swinging the bat well in the last couple of outings. Had a good College World Series, played a solid second base. Steps in there with a chance to tie this game up with a single. This one sails downstairs, ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. Catcher Steve Green waits on deck.
Bulldogs just need some kind of rally. They haven't been able to put together back-to-back hits like they have in some games in earlier innings.
Big gap out right center field if John could get it there. This one downstairs, ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike. Chris Cone struck out to lead off the inning. Jamie Lowry had a soft pop-up to the shortstop that DeLuca handled. Then all of a sudden, the wheels have come off for Kevin Emmy as he walked. Truck, he hit Bayless. Now it's in danger of walking Kehoe. Kehoe swings and misses. And the count is full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. John tried to go deep as he took it.
John's looking at a pitch that I thought way outside, too, for him.
3 balls, 2 strikes. Runner leads away, and they'll both get a good jump here. Brock is down at second. Bayless at first. A 3-2 pitch about to be made. Dog runners off and going. Pitch to Kehoe. Soft bouncer down to third base side, but it'll get foul as it passes Woody Hunt. Picking it up is the third sacker, Casey McMillan. So we'll do it again. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Rock at second. Bayless at first. Kehoe at the plate. Kipinemi working out there with a 3-ball, 2-strike count as the umpire checks the ball, throws it out of play, and we'll get a new one. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 on. Kehoe.
Crowd getting loud on both sides. Bellevue 1 and out.
Pitch, line drive, left field, knocked down by the shortstop. Can he make the play? Long throw, and he got it. And John Kehoe throws down his helmet in disgust as the runner was up. First baseman was off the base, and they called him out. And we got a rhubarb going on right here at first base as Bayless comes running across. What a play by DeLucas. He makes the play, throws all the way across the diamond. It's a bang-bang play at first as the throw was up the right field side. And they call the runner out at first, John Kehoe, and the Bulldogs faithful are not happy about the call at first. And Woody Hunt is really having a say out there on the first base side, but nevertheless, the inning comes to a close on a controversial call at first. There's no runs. There were 2 walks. 2 dogs stranded were played, 6.5. It's 6-5, Bellevue leading our Cumberland Bulldogs. We'll be back after this. The College World Series, and I suppose umpires take a little more than sometimes they normally would because Kehoe's helmet came immediately off and to the ground in disgust. And Rick Bayless came all the way across the infield diamond from his vantage point. He thought John had beat the rap at first, but nevertheless, the 7th is over for the Dogs, and Kevin Hyde is out to pitch the bottom of the 7th, trying to keep Bellevue at bay. We remain 6-5. And at the plate is Chad Hopkins. Bouncing ball to the right side. Foul. Chad, last time up, crushed a long 3-run homer that has his ball club out in front here in this championship game of the College World Series. Hyde kicks and fires just off the corner. Count 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Right now, Chad Hopkins showing no ill effects from whatever injury he may have suffered in that little collision down at first base.
Hopkins asks for time and gets it. Home plate umpire Lenny Brecken. Height into the motion. That slider sails inside. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Basically, all in all, I think these umpires have done a fine job throughout this tournament.
Pitch on its way, swung on, foul tip, held on by Steve Green. Quarter strikeout for Kevin Height. Height now has 2 shutout innings in this game. To go with 18 previously, that's 20, and each time that Kevin Height records an out before he ever gives up a run, it just adds to his World Series record. So there's 1 away, and that will bring up Craig Strang. Strang on the night grounded to second, struck out, and he's walked. Bellevue has been opportunistic. And they've had a chance to put runs on the board. They've capitalized. Shot at second base. Kehoe spears it. Throws to Jamie Lowry for the 2nd out of the inning. Nice play down there at second base by John Kehoe to record the 2nd out.
That ball took a strange bounce coming off the grass, but John, ever so present there at second base with a good defensive glove making the play.
Looks like John might have had his 3rd hit taken away from him in the top half of this inning. Well, it missed. Jay Rubin steps in there. Bulldogs have 2 more swats at it. They'll have the heart of the order in their part of the 8th, and Green, Mills, and Crawford. Height into the motion. Swung on him, missed. Strike 2. Looks like Kevin might be getting stronger out there.
I agree with you, and if he does get an out here of Jay Rubin, that will be the first time since inning 2 that the Bruins have gone up and down 1, 2, 3.
Height with the 0-2 pitch delivers it. Fly ball, right field. Chris Combs backing up. Short of the warning track, underneath it. Drops the ball. He drops the ball around second base. I don't know whether Chris lost that one in the right. It started tailing off to the right field. Just short of the warning track. Chris Combs camped up under it. Just had the ball fall off of his glove harmlessly and into second base. And that'll be an E9, goes Jay Rubin. Chris, steady player out in right field just dropped that one.
Tried to make a one-handed play on him then, and his coaches will tell you, especially with the young kids, that's not how to make a play in the outfield.
I don't know whether Jay Rubin has a jinx or not on our players, but Chris Combs, usually a steady outfielder, drops that one. Kevin Height has to bear down now and try to hold him at bay as Bellevue has now a runner in scoring position with 2 outs in the first pitch. DeMarco sells inside. Marco 1 for 3 on the night. Had a single his last time up. Pitch on its way, line drive right up the middle. Base hit. Bayless charges the ball around third base. And on its way to score. But the throw over the top man. And the score is an error. Comes back to home. Jay Rubin as Marco delivers the 2-out single to center field. And that's an unearned run. The Bruins of Bellevue have 2-out single floats the second run. I said they were opportunistic, and they got a 2-out single with a runner in scoring position to play another run. Pitch on its way, line right, this one right back through the middle. It's also in the center field. Bayless gathers it in, and stopping at second base is Marco. Over at first and Blake Grice. So the Bruins, in an inning where they should be out in the outfield, now have runners at first and second. They have one in. They lead the ball game by a score of 7-5. That's the 11th hit in the ball game. We have a runner coming in for the designated hitter Marco, and in to run for the Bruins, number 37, and that's Allie Ewing. Ewing on the run, and Woody Hunt out. Helps the hole. They played solid defense throughout this World Series. That one looked like a careless mistake by right fielder Chris Combs to keep the inning alive. It should have been over, and the Bruins have capitalized on it as they played at 1 run and now have runners on first and second with 2 outs.
Very costly error for the Bulldogs there. That should have been out number 3. The Bulldogs should be at bat.
The Height goes to work. He needs to hold him at bay. Brzezinski steps in. There's a shot down the left side. Will it be fair or foul? It is fair ball, and he must have trapped the ball, and a run will score. It's another hit, a single by Brzezinski. As the left-field umpire was right on that call. Crawford came diving in. It was right on the top. He falls in for a hit, and the Bruins have upped their lead to 8-5 as the Dogs dig themselves to the hole.
That will be an earned run, and that will be sure it's Kevin Height. That brings this consecutive winning streak to an end.
It's unfortunate for Kevin because he ought to be sitting in the dugout.
No, that will be an unearned run also. So that may continue that streak.
Everything that scores will be unearned because they should have had the third out. Tries to run his way on it. The beating down the third base side. Mills wants it rolls foul and picks it up.
Top of the order here now up for the Bruins.
Get the national championship action. You can't give teams, I heard Coach Mike Evans talking about this before the game, you can't give teams 4 and 5 outs. And in this case, the Dogs have done just that here in the bottom of the 7th. As right fielder Chris Combs unfortunately dropped the ball that he should have caught for the third out. It's resulted in a couple of runs scoring. Curveball stays upstairs. It's level at 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 men on. Base runners are Bryce at second, Brzezinski at first. 3 straight singles after the error. Curveball, beauty, call, strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Dogs still have 2 at bats. Trying to do something about the deficit. As Yogi said, it ain't over till it's over. And Yogi is right. Height into the motion, kicks and he fires. There's a shot from the second side. Kehoe with a nice pickup, fires to Lowry in the sides, finally retired. But it's a good inning for Bellevue. As they'll pick up a couple of runs and extend the lead to 8-5. We played 7. It's the Bruins from Bellevue 8 and the Bulldogs 5. We'll be back for the 8th inning after this 60-second break. As the Dogs defensively tonight have committed 2 errors. Previously, in the first 4 games of the World Series, they had made only 2 errors. They matched that in just 1 game tonight. pitch from Kevin Ibby is right down the heart of the plate and a call strike.
Every pitch that's a called strike, the Bellevue faithful are cheering loudly off to our right here.
Green swings through the pitch and fouls it to the screen. Steve has pumped to the shortstop twice tonight. He struck out and he's walked. So officially he's 0 for 3 as he bats here in the 8th. This pitch upstairs for a ball. Bulldogs have stranded 12 in this ball game. Trail by 3. This change of pace. Swung on and missed. Steve Green's down on strike for the second time against Kevin Ibby. And there's one away in the Bulldog 8th. So the plate will be Mark Mills.
Trying to catch up here, Lynn.
Kevin Ibby seems to be settling down. It's over the inside corner for a called strike. Mark steps in on the evening mark. Flied to right and singled in the 3rd, struck out in the 4th, and grounded out the second his last trip, and this one stays inside. Count level at 1 ball and 1 strike. Dogs need a couple of base runners and a deep one. Try to get this thing tied up again.
The Bruins are smelling victory right now as every pitch is greeted with a cheer.
This one fouls to the screen. The count goes to 1 and 2. You get in the late innings for a national championship, you put a lot of pressure on your bats when you fall behind. Right now it's 8 to 5. There's a long fly ball deep left field. Left fielder back to the fence and hauls it in just short of the 330 sign as Mills flirted with long ball, but there to pull it in was Jay Rubin right at the 330 sign, and that's the second out of the 8th inning.
Bulldogs down to 4 outs away now from finishing this World Series tournament. Hopefully it's not going to be a loss, though.
2 away, and Anthony Crawford will step in for the Dogs. Crawford walked in the 2nd, flied to center in the 3rd, was hit by a pitch in the 5th, and walked again in the 6th. Takes the first pitch for a strike. Kevin Ibby really bearing down and going hard here in the 8th. The 0-1 pitch, curveball, bounced foul to the right, and puts it out in front of Crawford 0-2.
Anthony Crawford racing on that ball.
8-5, Bruins leading their Dogs. Kevin Ibby into the pitch. There's a solid fly ball to center field, but it should be a can of corn for the center fielder. He's underneath it. He'll make the catch. Mason retires. Crawford, and the Dogs still quiet in the 8th. 1, 2, 3. We played 7.5. Ball at WCOR and WAUC FM in Lebanon. Sioux City, Iowa, is the College World Series. The Dogs were on the short end of an 8-5 score as the Bruins bat in the bottom of the 8th. Kevin Hike goes to, and there's a long fly ball down the left side that twitched foul as Casey McMillan leads off for the Bruins. McMillan, DeLuca, and Hopkins, the heart of the order for the Bruins, will bat in the 8th. And if you're thinking ahead to the Bulldog 9th, they have one more chance at it. It'll be Weiler, Combs, and Lowry. But first thing first, we need 3 outs, and this one settles outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Just a big turnaround in this ball game in the 7th inning. Big difference in a 1-run deficit in 3, Dave Sherman.
That is a fact. And another thing here, the breeze is picked up here in Lewis and Clark Park as it's blowing in from the right field line right into home plate as Casey McMillan swings and misses for a 1-ball, 2-strike count now on the 3rd baseman.
And there's a light down in the, well, that's in your favorite spot over there by the spa. Finally cut it out. The count will be 1 ball, 2 strikes. We tell you again, the Bulldog team will be returning home right after the game. Should be arriving around 4:30. Hope you'll plan to go out and greet them. This 1-2 pitch sails outside 2 and 2. Should be coming in somewhere around 4:30. I think plans have been made for a contingent of folks to meet them at Mount Juliet exit. So hope you will do that. 2-2 pitch high. 2 strikes, and then of course on Sunday afternoon at 2 o'clock, we understand there'll be a reception in the Phillips Dining Hall. Bulldogs have represented Cumberland University in the city of Lebanon in an outstanding manner, and they are worthy of your support on Sunday afternoon. 3-2 pitch, swung on and missed, and that's a strikeout. And And Millen is down on strikes the first out of the inning. And back up at the plate will be a tough out. Nick DeLuca, last time up, DeLuca chased Anthony Crawford deep in left center field. A long noisy out. On the night, DeLuca sacrificed in the first. He had a double in the third, walked back in the fifth. So officially 1 for 2 on the night. He steps in there to face Kevin Height. Height lines and fires that slider over the outside corner for a tall strike.
Kevin has a very good rhythm going on the mound right now.
Into the motion, kicks and fires. Pitch, soft roller down the left side. And goes to 0-2. The Dogs have had their backs to the wall before in this season. They have it there just now, and we'll see if they can come back. They have one more chance at the bat in the ninth. Luca, 0-2 pitch on its way. Fouls it to the right side. Two-man play. All the way to the parking lot.
You parked in the front row tonight, didn't you?
The way my luck is going on this trip, it's probably broke my windshield.
Well, let's hope not.
No ball, 2-strike pitch downstairs in the dirt, 1-2. But we've had a good time here in Sioux City, Iowa. Been a lot of fun to be a part of this College World Series. 1-2 pitch. On the way, and there's a shot left field. Crawford right in his tracks, and once again, DeLuca hit it right on the nose. Once again, it was right at left fielder Anthony Crawford, and there's 2 away in the 8th inning. So what we need to do is get Chad Hopkins to pop up for the 3rd out.
And we need to put some runs on the board.
We score 4-4, hold them, they can go home happy. And Chad Hopkins pops it up. It's on the 3rd base side. Mark Mills looks over him. He's underneath it. He grabs it. It's the 3rd out of the inning. Brewers go finally in the 8th. 1, 2, 3. He played 8. It's Bellevue 8. Cumberland 5. Last one for the Dogs. Kevin Emmy set to work. He's done a good job since coming on to relieve Wilson. And the Bellevue faithful start to hoop it up to the right side. First pitch, bouncing ball down the left side. DeLuca with it, fills it, guns it across the first. 1 out tonight. So the Dogs are down to 2 outs, and to the plate will come Chris Combs.
Dogs needing a rally here.
Chris Combs steps in. For the Dogs, trailing 8-5, we're in the 9th. The pitch on its way from Kevin Emmy. Sells inside for a ball. Dogs need base runners. Had 9 hits in the game. They've been out hit 12-9. They trailed by 3. This one also inside. Ball 2. Combs out in front of the count. 2 balls, no strikes. 2-0 pitch on its way from Kevin Emmy. This one at the knees for a ball strike. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Bulldog faithful not rising to the occasion over here. The Bellevue fans standing, cheering every pitch.
Bouncing ball to the right side. First baseman scoops it up by Bellevue. And running to the bag is Sam Hopkins. And the Dogs are down to the last out. And trailing to the first baseman, Sam Hopkins with Chris Combs. 2 away for the Dogs in the 9th. And down to the final at bat. And stepping in to hit will be Jamie Lowry, the Bulldog first sacker. So it's going to take a 2-out rally if the Dogs are to win. This Bellevue team lost in the opening round to Birmingham Southern. A heartbreaker, 2-1 in the 9th inning.
2 unearned runs in the 9th inning, might add.
First pitch at the knees, a ball strike. The crowd rose with every pitch. Bellevue with a great crowd to follow it. It's been located just an hour and 15-20 minutes down the road. Pitch on its way upstairs, a ball, count level at 1 ball and 1 strike. Jamie Lowry. Lowry on the ninth, fly to center, a double, single, and top to short. Kevin Emmy into the pitch. This one downstairs, ball 2.
Kyle Sibley swinging the bat on deck. We'd probably see him batting in place of Chris Schrock. Lowry get aboard here.
2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Dogs batting in the ninth. Pitch on its way downstairs. Ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike. They always say the hardest out to get in the game is the last one. Let's hope that the Dogs can keep it going here with Lowry at the plate. 3-1 pitch. Outside ball, strike 2. Count goes full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Dogs down to the last strike. Ball rolls to the right side. Kevin Emmy into the motion. Kicks and fires. 1 on a foul tip. Lowry stays alive at the plate as that sails to the screen.
We're needing a rally, man. That's all you can say.
3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Lowry at the plate for the Dogs. Kyle Shedler waiting on deck in the he can keep it alive. 3-2 pitch way upstairs, and the Dogs are still alive. Flying down the first base with a walk is Jamie Lowry, and Jamie's reached base 3 times tonight. Kyle Shedlin will check the bat. Now Woody Hunt's calling him back. I'm sure Woody's telling him, be patient up there, we need base runners. Bulldog bench has done a good job in this World Series. Brent Simonian has a couple of hits off the bench, and the last time Kyle was batted, he had a single right up the middle in the last game. Coach Mike Evans was Bruins out of the dugout. I don't know exactly what's going on here. Looks like he might want to be positioning some players, but nevertheless, he's back in the dugout. Kevin steps in. Look at Shade. The shortstop is playing almost out behind second base. They should have hit the first pitch for a foul strike. No balls, 1 strike. Dogs with a runner at first. They need a base hit to bring the tying run to the plate. Rick Bayless. Shedler steps back in there. Kevin Emmy goes to the motion, kicks and fires. There goes the runner. They're going to let him there. Here's the throw through. And swiping second is Jamie Lowry. That even surprises me. You're down by 3 in the 9th inning of a College World Series, and you swipe second.
Apparently, Jamie Lowry given the green light by Coach Woody Hunt as he easily had the bag,
One
was
ball.
stolen base.
And there's a 1-1 pitch coming to Kyle Shedler. And there's a long fly ball down the left side. They'll get out of play. So Jamie has a 1 ball. I'm sorry, Kyle Shedler has a 1 ball, 2 strike count. Shedler down to his last strike, and so are the Dogs. But once again, the faithful for Bellevue are up on their feet and applauding. Lowry away from second. Kevin Emmy into the motion. Delivers. Now he's going to back away. And we'll do it again. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Dogs with 1 strike remaining in this game. Try to stay alive. Pitch on its way. Sails outside. Hits off the plate and counts level at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Rick Bayless waits on deck. If Rick gets a swat at it, he will become a potential tying run at the plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. The pitch by Kevin Emmy. Strike 3. And the World Series has come to a close for the Bulldogs as